Hey guys, this is Delmar here and welcome to the 1000 subscriber Q&A video. I apologize it took a long while, I just been busy with stuff and lack of sleeping, but who cares? Anyway, here is the questions that I'm gonna answer from the Q&A announcement video I posted a while back. And over that time, we actually gained close to 170 extra subscribers since I made that video, so thank you guys so much for subscribing and wanting to watch my content even though I don't know why. But you know, I'm gonna cut the jibber jabber and just get to the questions. I'm gonna do the frequently asked questions first. These are the questions I got asked more than once but from different people. So first one, Sam the Thomas Fan 2, Trey W Pro, and Liger Tamer 100. By the way, is that Liger Tamer a reference to Zoids? I just wondering. You guys ask, can I audition / voice for the Thomas comedies? Sorry, I had to cough there for a sec. I don't really need voice actors at the moment. Now, when I first started, I really checked all over YouTube for voice actors and such. But nowadays, I got the voice cast I need, and if I need anyone to voice any extra voices, I do like an extra voice for like a minor character, or ask someone to voice a whole lot of characters. Heck, the Sword of Steamworks, who voices Toby with the Fat Controller, Rocky, and so many other characters, he voices a lot of different characters in the Thomas comedies. I kind of consider him my extra voice actor guy, kind of, almost. So, but at the moment I don't need any more voice actors, but there will be times when I may need like a audition contest for a special Thomas comedy, or I just need someone to do like a guest star. But you know, I don't think there's gonna be a point in time where I'm gonna need more voice actors, so sorry. Actually, Attack TV and I'll Still Swine. I do apologize for mispronouncing your name there. What do people you know in real life think about your Thomas comedies, and if they think you're weird? At the workplace that I work, I actually give out a few DVD copies of some of my videos to some of the people I work with, and a couple times I put in like 1 or 2 Thomas comedies, and they don't mind. I haven't come across anyone I personally know who think you're weird for watching Thomas or make videos about Thomas. People, they don't take any offense to it. They think it's harmless, and they haven't always make any backlash to me watching the show, even though I'm like 21 or anything. So people don't think I'm weird, and that's the good thing about where I live. No one around me thinks I'm weird for still watching technically a kids program and stuff. So, and they thought the videos were pretty funny, so that's always a good thing. The Turntable 1985 and Jamie Grandiol, I do apologize for mispronouncing your name. Are you going to continue with DTTES? There's been times where I've debated whether or not to continue, but I don't really know if I'm wanting to make another short. Now, there is a video that I am going to make this year that does involve DTTES, but in terms of like making another episode or another short, probably not, because since I've been busy with so much stuff, it's gotta be, I'm not saying I'm too lazy to make one, but I just haven't really thought of any ideas that I think would be good for it, because I've been having too much fun making the Thomas comedies. I just haven't really thought of any ideas for TTTS, so will I make one in the future? Maybe, maybe not. It's one of those things I'm not gonna say no to, but it's one I'm not gonna promise one either. And the last frequently asked question by Liger Tamer 100 and Jamie Guaido. I do apologize. I'm just a future note, I'm gonna mispronounce a lot of names, so I do apologize for that. Stupid mispronunciation skills. What's your reaction to The Adventure Begins? I don't really want to talk about too much about, because I'm actually going to do a review of it when the UK gets the DVD out. They have to wait till like, I forgot, June or April or something till they get the DVD out, which I'm so sorry that you guys have to wait. But I am going to say it's a great movie. I love it, even though it's like 45 minutes and it's technically just like a DVD special. I love it. It's a great movie. I think it's pretty much the best one. That is until the next Thomas special comes out. Seriously, what they keep making these DVDs so amazing. Like they just keep getting better and better and better, you know. But I am gonna say my full review on The Adventure Begins when the UK gets the DVD. So that's probably gonna be until like summer till I actually get to that review. Thomas Fan 101 asks, how did you get into Thomas? I can't remember exactly how, but I remember a lot of it has to do with my Papa Charlie. He loved the trains. He had a lot of the Lionel collectibles, and he just loved trains, and he told me all about trains and stuff. And even though I'm not like a huge fan of like the actual locomotives, well, to be fair, I'm more of a huge fan of the United Kingdom locomotives. Not saying the US ones aren't bad, but the UK just have a lot of more different variety of how the locomotives are made and how they look. Also, if you want to find a YouTube series that covers a lot of UK locomotives and it's very informative and fun to watch, check out Steam Locos in Profile. It's an amazing series, but we're not talking about that today, no. But like I said, I can't remember exactly how I got into Thomas, but it has to do with a lot of my Papa Charlie's love for trains, and that got me into Thomas and watching the series and stuff. So, name one thing from each Thomas comedy so far that you would change if you got the chance. I actually made a list. I actually made a notepad thing called How to Re-Edit Some Comedies, and I'm gonna go over each Thomas comedy and see how I can improve them. For Rusty and the Boulder, I will completely re-edit it, get new voice actors, change the ending, just completely change it all. Although I might actually do that in the future for like to celebrate 5 years of making videos. Actually, it's hard to believe I've been making videos for 5 years almost. But I will completely re-edit it because it hasn't really aged that well. So just completely re-edit it. For Toby's special surprise, I would yet Thomas Fan 101 do the voice syncing because I was a fool not to yet him do that, and I feel bad about it. And also do a lot of rewrites because it's not exactly as funny as I thought it was back then. For A Better View for Gordon, which is one of my favorite videos, I wouldn't really do a whole lot to it. Remove the creepypasta text because I didn't want anyone to get afraid of the jump scare. There's a deleted scene that Thomas Fan 101 wanted to add in, but we didn't edit it in, so I would add that in. And edit the subscriber list because there are a few more people I would like people to get to know and to subscribe more. So for Emily Knows Best Dish, I would put more variety of music because the only music I had at the time, because my computer crashed, I only had like music for Strong Bass Cool Games for Attractive People, some public domain music that was used on Ren and Stimpy, and some Mario music, but I would put a different type of more music into the episode, and do some small edits, because there are some times where if you watch the scene where Mavis is talking to Percy, there may be a millisecond clip that all of a sudden shows up and then disappears, so I would completely try to get rid of that. For the next one, Thomas and the Weird Creepy Looking Jet Plane, I will re-edit the beginning because for some reason if you kind of look, the screen at the beginning feels widescreen, but then halfway through it just turns to full screen or something. And also some rewrites as well, but not too much. For Percy's not so scary ghostly trick, I would completely revoice Sam the Farmer's lines because I did a terrible job of voicing him. Shorten the scene where Toby and Thomas are talking about Percy being a ghost or something, and maybe fix some audio stuff. For Duncan's story, I would refilm my live action segment, and that's about it really. The same thing goes for Hector the Horrendous Hopper Car. I will redo the live action scenes, mostly with Goth Bat Death Face, and redo my singing voice because I did a horrible job at singing. And also some small edits here and there. And for the last one, the Vicar's Quest for Seaside Trip, I would do some small edits and Other than that, I can't really think of much to do for. I think it's fine as it is, but those would be the changes I made for the Thomas comedies if I had a chance. And finally, why is there a strange man in my house? Wait, is he wearing glasses with a mustache that goes up and down, wears a fedora, and has a leather jacket? That's Randolph. You don't need to be afraid of him. He doesn't do that much either, so he's just probably there to steal your Vegemite, because apparently he likes Vegemite. I never had it, but he had it, so be warned out. He's gonna steal all the Vegemite you own. Ha 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 ha! The doctor, not Doctor Who, just the doctor, asked, what anime do you watch and which is your favorite? I'm gonna be completely honest, I haven't watched a whole lot of anime because I went on some kind of non-anime streak for a few years just because I haven't watched any good ones. But thanks to a good friend of mine, Serge, the Replicator, who you may have seen in some of my videos, he's been helping me get back into anime, so I can't list off all the animes because there's too many, but like Cowboy Bebop, Fullmetal Alchemist, Soul Eater, some of Bleach, not a huge fan of it, especially during the bound scenes. Those I think are pretty pointless. Trying to think what other animes have I watched. I've been wanting to get into the Robotech series. I haven't gone to that yet. Just because there's too many of them. Like there's so many different series of the Macross or Robotech series. I forgot, is it Macross or Robotech? I forgot, but just a lot of different animes, and I've been wanting to watch more. But in terms of what's my favorite, it's a tie between Soul Eater and Cowboy Bebop. Those two, I'm tied between those two animes. What are your thoughts on the World War II movie, and do you think it will actually happen? No, I don't think it's gonna happen because we haven't heard anything about it for like the past 3 years now, so I think they already canceled it. And I can't really give like a thought because honestly, we don't know much about it. I mean, sure, we know there was gonna be like a father and son bonding, a diesel and steam versus thing, but honestly, I can't give much of an impression. I mean, sure, the arriving soon card that was shown looks cool, but I can't really give like an opinion to something that barely has no information about it aside from the fact that it was gonna be called The Adventures of Thomas, and that's it. So I can't really give much thoughts about it really. I know you are busy with the Magic Railroad comedy, but when will the Retribution of George come out? I don't know when. Before anyone asks what he's talking about, he actually wrote a Thomas comedy for the show. It actually isn't that bad, but I don't know exactly when we're gonna make it. But I could guarantee it'll be sometime during season 2. I can promise that, but we don't know when. After watching The Adventure Begins, do you think it deserves an honest trailer? Come forward in your lounge room for a special that had the fans of the series more hyped up than Star Wars Episode 7. I never watched the honest trailer, so I can't really say, but I guess so. But I like that description you gave. That actually sums up the movie pretty well. Thomas Fan Forever asks, where do you get your jokes from Thomas comedies? Or for Thomas comedies? I just try to make them up at the top of my head, like, as I'm writing dialogue, I try to make like character interactions and stuff. Sometimes there'll be a joke that's like based on from a television show, but I try my best try not to like directly rip off jokes from TV shows or something. I mean, I know a lot of people have done that, like Miss Oliver Blossom and Train Level 476 got some episodes that are based on like a different episode from a different show or something, but I try to think of some original jokes. Not saying that's not bad, because Thomas Fan 101 does that, and he puts some of that stuff into my videos, like some Simpson jokes and all that, but honestly I try to just make it up from the top of my head. Who is your favorite Thomas and Friends narrator? I can't pronounce stuff to save my life. Blech! I apologize. Who is your favorite Thomas and Friends narrator? There, I got it. It's the guy who currently narrates the I forgot his name, I forgot his name, but the new narrator for Thomas and Friends. I mean, it used to be George Carlin, but I think the new narrator's job, he he does a spot-on job. In fact, he's the first narrator in a long while to voice both the UK and the US narrations at the same time, which hasn't really happened for the longest time since like Ringo Starr. But I love his voice. He does a very good narration. He doesn't take it too seriously to the point where it's like mocking you or something. And hey, he's not Alec Baldwin. I do not like his narrations at all. So my favorite narrator is the new narrator, Mark What's-His-Face. Markiplier! What is your favorite season of Thomas and Friends? Season 5, I'm gonna say, because I mean, I love all the seasons, well, most of the seasons anyway, but the ones that stick out to me the best is Season 5, because they were very dark, very high action pace for a kids show, and the model crews of how they got a lot of those effects done and stuff. I mean, it's just a work of art, and I love some of the episodes. I mean, sure, they're not the best episodes, and some may even seem to kind of illogical or something that you wouldn't expect for a Thomas story, but I just love some of the dark atmosphere of it, and have some of the best crashes in the series. Like Better View for Gordon has like one of my favorite Gordon crashes, and also there were some tense moments like when a tree was gonna fall on James or the boulder. I mean, sure, it sounded dumb for something that's kind of based on real life railway stories, but I just like Season 5 because that's the season that sticks out to me most of all, in my opinion anyway. Joseph Marison asked, what is your favorite out of all of your redubs? My favorite redub is still A Better View for Gordon. I mean, sure, like I said, I would have re-edited some stuff, but I mean, that redub definitely did a whole lot for me, because, I mean, for one, it pretty much made me want to say, okay, I'm not going to make DTTE anymore, because I had too much fun making the redubs, so I decided to just make the redubs, and also I just love how, I just thought the idea of Gordon being afraid of a wall or having wall phobia, I don't know if there's an exact term for that, but I just thought that was a funny idea or something. So, and also it was a redub that took the longest to make for me, because the scene where Gordon is trying to face the wall and Henry and Donald Douglas told him to confess, 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 and all that, I had to redo that scene twice, because Windows Movie Maker crashed to me twice when I re-edited, and it took a long time, but it was worth it for me, because I thought it was very funny, and it was worth going through all that re-editing to get it out, in my opinion. What's your favorite Mario game? It used to be Super Mario 64, which is still one of my all-time favorite games, but my favorite Mario game now is Super Mario Galaxy 2, just because it has a lot of stuff to complete, especially after you complete the first 120 stars. You get the green stars, which was pretty hard to find. Just had a lot of interesting gameplay and a lot of unique level designs, and it's just an overall fantastic game. If you don't have a Wii, or if you don't have it, you can get it on the Wii. Nintendo recently made it so you could download a game onto your Wii U, which seems kind of pointless considering you could just easily have the disc into the Wii U, because the Wii menu is programmed into the Wii U, so what's the point of downloading it? But, you know, Mario Galaxy 2 is my favorite Mario game. I mean, Super Mario 64 is still my favorite game, but it's my, like, second favorite now, so I'm just gonna go over, like, quality over nostalgia, or something. What's your favorite Thomas episode? Oh boy, that's a hard one. I don't have a favorite. I have a lot of favorite Thomas episodes, but it's kind of hard for me to choose specifically which one. But like, I guess it'll be a tie between like the Duck and Diesel trilogy from season 2, or Gallant Old Engine from season 4, where Vanessa is trying to make it with a burst valve. Not burst valve, I think it's something else, but it's one of those two that's one of my favorites. It's hard to really say what's my favorite Thomas and Friends episodes, just because there's so many good ones, even though there's also quite a few bad ones as well, which we won't get into today, thank goodness. Sage Caleb asked, what made you stop working on TTTES? For those of you who haven't seen it, TTTES, or the Thomas Tank Engine Show, was my first video series, basically, where picture Miss Alpha Blossom and Train Level 476, but with wooden models and something. But the reason I stopped working on was a few things. One, just because it was taking a while for me to get pictures of the wooden railway and edit and all that. I mean, not saying it's not hard work, mind you, but it took a little bit of a while, especially since at the time I was right now getting out of high school, getting ready to find a job. Secondly, just because it was getting harder to write episodes, I wasn't really having much fun writing the episodes as much. I mean, I did make an episode 2, part 1 script about where James tries to find hidden treasure in a tunnel, but I sadly lost the script now, but I just had trouble trying to finish up the whole episode. And also the third reason is because of the Thomas comedies, really, just because I had a lot of fun making the redubs more, I had a lot more fun writing them and editing them. Not saying I wasn't having fun with DTTE, but I had a lot more fun with the redubs, so. And like I said before, maybe I might make another one, or maybe like remake or revoice the first episode maybe, but I haven't decided yet. But you know, I'm still not gonna say like I'm done with it, but it's a maybe. Maybe I'll make another one, maybe I won't, maybe I'll just make like a small reference here or there, which I am gonna make like a little reference in a future video of mine, but I ain't gonna talk about that yet, so shh. Why did you took down your first Q&A video? Before anyone gets confused, the Q&A video from last year is still on here, but he's talking about the one I made back in 2011, which was one of my early Q&A videos. But sadly, I had to remove that because of some copyright claims by Weird Al Yankovic for using his music. It wasn't a strike, it was just a claim, but so I took that out just in case. But I sadly lost it along with the DTTE Day of the Diesels episode, which I won't talk about because that was a bad video and I feel bad for making it. Will you make a Thomas Comedy / Very Fair Funnies crossover video? Well, technically they kind of crossover, seeing how we kind of made Thomas Comedy's references in the Very Fair Funnies, but we might make a little animated crossover video or something, but that's an idea thrown about really. Lewis Campbell asks, do you like Small Soldiers? It's a guilty pleasure film. I remember watching it back when I was a kid, and having a lot of the toys, which were awesome by the way. But I mean, looking at the film now and rewatching it, I'm surprised I wasn't scarred for life. I mean, it had a lot of dark moments, a lot of sick moments, especially where the army men try to take over those Barbie dolls and such and take the clothes off, and it was just creepy. I'm surprised I wasn't like scared at all when I was a kid. I don't know why, but I mean, it's a guilty pleasure film. I actually liked it. I thought the figures were pretty cool, especially the effects. Well, not the CGI effects, but the actual when they used the action figure effects and stuff. You know, they were pretty cool. And I kind of like the idea of like Toy Story attacking and stuff, but it's a guilty pleasure of mine. What are your top 15 hottest anime girls from anime shows? That's more of a personal question, but what the heck, I answer. It's been a while since I watched a whole lot of anime, like I said before, but let me see, I'm trying to think. Can't think of like a top 15, but I'll mention a few, like there's Tsubaki from I can't pronounce the names for this, saving my life. Tsubaki from Soul Eater. Then there's Shono from Across Frontier, which I haven't watched, but I need to watch, even though I heard that she's not the best role model on the show. Then there's trying to think. Then there's Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop, of course. I can't really think of 15 women or something, and also I feel kind of stuck answering this question because I'm revealing some information that seems kind of private, even though not really, but oh well, those are the top 3 anime women I could think of. Hope that helps you, buddy. What's your reaction to Missy as the Master? It's been a while since I watched Doctor Who. I haven't watched a whole lot of the 12th Doctor episodes. Not saying it's not bad, but I just haven't got around to watching them. But I am aware that the Master is played by a woman and that she prefers as Missy, which is pretty funny, I think. But to be fair, I'm not actually bothered by that. And, well, crap, I wish I would have watched the episode first before doing this Q&A, but, you know, I think it's pretty interesting to make the Master as a woman and stuff, but maybe I'll do like a little update video saying what I think of it, or like if I do like a top 10 favorite Doctors, which is actually a top 10 I might do one day on the Dermal show, but you know, I think I'm okay with the Master being Missy and stuff. Okay, I'm going to mispronounce this name so badly, I do apologize. Pernaveo asked, what are your thoughts on the Brenner era of Thomas and Friends? I like Andrew Brenner. He definitely understands the series, and he's wrote a lot of great episodes, and I love some of the new writers they hired for the episodes, and Arc Productions has definitely stepped their A game up with the animation. It looks incredible. I dare even say it's even better than Nitrogen Studios. I hope I don't offend anyone by it, but so far, loving the Brenner era, as apparently we're calling it now. Love the episodes, and I can't wait for the new Thomas and Friends special, seeing the Osdale engines coming back, or making their first television appearance. Donald and Douglas and some of the pack members. It's going to be amazing. And heck, they're bringing John Hurt in it. I love John Hurt. And no, not just because he was the War Doctor, but I love his acting. He's a great actor. And I can't wait to see him as Sailor John. It's gonna be amazing, but I'm loving the Brenner era, and I don't know how the heck they can top this special off in season 19 or the next special, you know? It's gonna be amazing, and heck, why don't they make their own feature-length Theater Thomas movie or something, you know? I'll be down for it. Are you a fan of video games? If so, what video game consoles do you own, and what video game series do you like? I love video games. I've been playing video games for a long time, and if you've been watching the Dermal show, like you should, not trying to force anyone there, I talk a lot about video games and such, but I own a lot of different consoles like NES, SNES, N64, GameCube, Wii, Wii U, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, original Xbox, DS, Game Boy Advance, Color, DS, if you want to count the 3DS is backwards compatible, Atari 2600, Dreamcast, Sega Genesis, just a lot of different consoles. In terms of what video game franchises I like, well, Mario is obvious, but there's also Zelda, Ratchet and Clank, I'm trying to think of what other series, Kirby, Star Fox, Banjo-Kazooie, Crash Bandicoot, Clock Tower, if anyone plays any horror games out there, Uncharted. I can't really think I can't think of any good series. Just a lot of different video game franchises I love. So yeah, I just love video games. Are you a brony? No, I am not. I did watch all of season 1 and half of season 2, but I never really got onto it. But I understand why people love the series, and heck, a lot of my good friends I know are bronies as well, so, you know, I understand why a lot of people love them, and I think series 4? Or is it series 5? I forgot, season 4 or 5 is out. That proves how much I follow My Little Pony. I do apologize if I offend any bronies out there like saying, it's season 5, you moron! Or maybe season 4, I can't remember this stuff. Liam Amos asks, what do you think of seasons 8 to 11? I like them. I personally think a few of the episodes in the seasons are underrated. I mean, they're not pitch perfect, but there are a few seasons that I think some people misunderstood or thought that they weren't exactly as good. I like some of the episodes. Like, I loved Thomas to the Rescue in season 8. That was actually the first season 8 episode I watched, and I liked it. I didn't have any problems. But I will agree that season 11 definitely was the point where the Flea Strike storyline definitely kicked in a major league or something. But you know, I think seasons 8 through 9 aren't technically that bad, to be honest, but I think they're okay nevertheless. Jamie Gorlandio, and I apologize for mispronouncing your name again, asked, model or CGI? Both I love equally, just cause of different reasons. Model, cause, well, one, I grew up with watching the model series, and also the craftsmanship of them making the sets and the models and stuff. And it definitely paved the way that made the series stand out from all the other shows at the time, and even though to this day I still love watching the model series and wondering how they were able to make all that. And they still stand well to this day. And as for CGI, I like it because, well, it was obvious that the models weren't fitting well with the newer... I hope I'm not offending anyone here, but like you could tell that the models were getting dated as the time was going by, and the CGI was definitely needed to help make the show still stand out to people. And the CGI still is good. There's a lot of stuff that you couldn't do with CGI. You couldn't get like camera angles or close-ups or anything like that. I mean, technically you could, but it definitely made the island sort of feel more alive or something. But I still love both model and CGI equally. I can't really say which one is better or which one I would watch more, so I love both of them equally. Which old characters from the railway and television series would you like to see in CGI? In terms of the railway series, I would love for them to bring Bear, or D7101 as he was called, into the railway series. I would love to see him, just because I think he will be a great additional supporting character. Technically, we kind of have a kind Diesel like Paxton, but I think Bear would fit in just fine, and maybe not put in Spam Cam or D199 in there as well, you know. Probably bring the whole Super Rescue story into the CGI series. And as for television series wise, I would love them to bring back Murdoch, because I just love Murdoch. He's a great engine, and personally I think we need to see more of him, in my opinion. Will George, P.T. Boomer, Diesel, and maybe even Edward be in Thomas Comedies and the Magic Railroad? I don't really want to say because I don't want to spoil anything. Because really, I mean, before anyone asks how it's coming along, I'm still waiting on 2 voice actors to send their lines, and it's still coming along slowly. But hey, I'm hoping maybe this year to get it out, who knows. But I don't want to reveal too much about the project, but I will say that Edward will be in it. But I'm not going to go any more than that. Just saying that Edward will be in Thomas Comedies and the Magic Railroad, but I'm not going to reveal anything else. So shh. Do you like Tugs? Yes, I do. I watch Tugs. I love all 13 episodes. I'm excited for the fan-made CGI episode. That one's going to be pretty interesting. But still, I just love Tugs. It's a great series that has a lot of great craftsmanship with the models. I especially love this one thing with the Zoan, I forgot his name, but he's the #1 Z-Stack. There's an episode in the upriver, I think it is, where a ship is blocked, a huge cargo ship is blocking between the upriver, blocking the Star Tugs and stuff, and Zoan, I think his name. I may be wrong, it's been a while since I watched the episodes, where he lifts his eyes moves up, but the hat also lifts up as well. I love that little thing, even though that technically wasn't supposed to happen. But I love that little trick there. I thought that was pretty clever. Christopher Butchard asked, as we all know, on Thomas Comedies, you have taken on good episodes, and you are working on parodying one of the most controversial Thomas movies in history. But that brings me to my question. Are there any Thomas episodes and or movies that you are not planning on redubbing on Thomas Comedies? Well, immediately I can think of, like, there won't be any episodes from series 13 through 16 that I'm not gonna do because, well, since technically they are all the same episode, I'm not gonna do any redubs on, like, any of the CGI movies, like Misty Island Rescue, Hero of the Rails, or anything like that. It's mostly revised on, like, CGI episodes, since those will probably take the longest, considering the fact you have to lip sync, but not saying I'm not planning on doing any on, like, season 17 or 18, but the ones from seasons 13 seasons 13 through 16, or any of the CGI movies. I'm not planning on doing a redub. What is your inspiration? Powder Toast Man? Who do you think will win in a fight, Hector or Sir Topham Hatt? Well, Hector, obviously. I mean, look at him. He has flame eyes. Flame eyes! And a big booming voice. So, that counts. All that Sir Topham Hatt has is a top hat, and that's about it. Goth Bat Deadface. Isn't that a real name? Yes. Yes, it is. I have no idea why he even chose that name in the first place. It is. Love for Trains asked, what are your worst and best Season 18 episodes? The worst episode from Season 18 is Samson Sent for Scrap. Mainly because I just don't like Samson that much. I mean, he's not like a bad engine or anything, but like, the fact that he just can't even tell what's trash and not trash. Like, he can't even think like, oh, that bicycle looks brand new. Yes, trash it! Or something like that. I mean, it was just a bad episode. I wish they would have made Samson smarter than he thought he was instead of thinking everything was trash. The best season, the best Season 18 episode is, personally, I think it was Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger. Just because I love the interaction between Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger. I hope we get to see that passenger real soon in a future episode or so. I love Duncan's voice actor. They picked out a good voice for him. I just think it's one of my favorites. I mean, I also love like other episodes like Duck and the Slip Coaches. That was a good one. Old Reliable Edward, but my favorite is Duncan and the Grumpy Passenger. Wayne Furnace asked, what was your first wooden Thomas train you got and how long did you have them? Can't we think of what was the very first one? But I have several old ones that were like, I think they were made in like 95, 96. I can't remember. I still have them after all these years, but I can't remember which one's the oldest. I know they were like mid-90s wooden models or something. What got you into doing Thomas comedies in the first place? I was waiting on one of my voice actors to send in lines for DTTE short number 2, and I wanted to try out what a redub would be like, so I wrote a script, sent it to a few of the voice actors, got them on time, and made Rusty and the Boulder. And I had a lot of fun making it, even though I'm planning on re-editing it in the future. But after a bit of Beautiful Gordon, I decided just to continue to make them because I have a whole lot of fun making them and writing them, especially with like other people like Thomas Fan 101. Me and him go back to back on trying to write an episode. But that's pretty much how Thomas Comics is made, as a replacement of another show. What fun! Why is the rum always gone? I don't know, my friend, but I think it has something to do with me and my obsession with drinking it. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Good rum. Trey W. Pro asked, what is your least favorite Thomas comedy? My least favorite is Toby's Special Surprise. Mainly because it's not exactly the most funniest, and I could have just asked the Thomas 401 to do lip syncing, but I don't know why, but if you're doing a CGI episode, make sure you do like the lip syncing or like paint the entire face or something, you know, like I don't know, it was the weakest one out of the bunch in my opinion. Liger Tamer 100 asked, what was your reaction to Robin Williams' death? I was saddened. I was sad to see how that was gone, cause I mean, he's one of those people that you would never expect to die so soon, and heck, you would think he's one of those people that you would think he would never die or something. And he's just a great actor, and he's a great comedian too. If you never seen his comedy specials, but I was just sad. I hate to hear that he committed suicide, because he was just a great talent to us all. What do you think of Muppets Most Wanted? It's okay. I mean, hold on. Sorry, I had to cough. It's not exactly the worst Muppet movie that belongs to Muppets from Space, but But like, I mean, it's not exactly like better than the 2011 Muppet movie either, cause like I didn't think like the whole script wasn't like as good or something, and trying to think of good words to say. But it felt kind of rushed at some parts, like the scenes where Kermit is in like in prison or something. Like those scenes, I seem kind of like skim over a lot, and seem to focus more like Constantine or something. But I don't know, it just felt weird. I mean, it wasn't bad by any means. It had some good funny moments, and it even brought back a few favorite Muppet characters. Like we got to see there's this one Muppet in the song "I Could Get You What You Want." It's a yellow guy who sings like, "You are my sunshine, my only sun, shine." Me and my brother loved that sketch, and it was fun to get to see him, but we didn't get to see like Hugga Wugga or anything. If you've seen that sentence sketch in the Muppet Show, you'll know what I talk about. But it was an okay film. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like one of the best I've seen. Are you a fan of The Walking Dead and Doctor Who? The Walking Dead? No. But Doctor Who? I love it. Are you going to play Five Nights at Freddy's 1, 2, and 3 and upload it? Okay, let me get one thing straight. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I mean, the games themselves, I suck at playing them really, because they're all so freaking hard, especially Night 6. Just, ugh. In both versions, like the Night 6 and 1, 2, or Nightmare Mode as it's called in Flea, but still. But I love the story of the games, the Bite of 87, the whole lore. And there's so many interesting theories, and like, there's not exactly like a whole horror game like about animatronics or something. I just love the whole lore about it, and the story, and the gameplay is pretty interesting, despite the fact that the game is pretty difficult, and some people may not be a fan of like the jump scares or anything. But in terms of like if I'm gonna do a video about it, well, I might do like a little retrospective 5 years from now, but I'm not gonna do a Let's Play series. For one, I don't have any equipment to record PC footage, and two, there are so many dadgum Let's Plays on these games. It is not funny. I mean, Markiplier done it, which ironically introduced me to Markiplier and Five Nights at Freddy's. PewDiePie done it, Game Grumps done it, just everyone pretty much done it, and beat the death to the series that most people are sick of it. And if you're one of those people who think the games are overrated, I understand, I really understand, because the games are overpraised and stuff. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the games, but in terms of doing a video, it's best to wait 5 years, but it's not gonna be a yes play. Just cause, well, it's overdone. And I have a Let's Play channel, for crying out loud. What is your favorite Nostalgia Critic moments? Too many to count. There's like effing bubbles, back credit card, or too many moments. There was one moment that got me laughing so hard for some reason. In a Forest Warrior review where Chuck Norris literally transforms into a bear, there's a scene where the girl is praying to the mountain for guidance, and Doug Walker, he voices the mountain, and the mountain talks back saying like, "Sorry kid, but I'm a mountain, I just couldn't stand here." That one just made me laugh so hard for some reason, I don't know why. It was so funny as heck, I love that bit. Is there going to be a Mickey Mouse joke? Because I can do a voice on your Delmar show. Nah, I don't really need any more voice actors. If somehow I need a Mickey Mouse joke, I'll probably just do the voice, cause why not? Do you watch Venosauce Gamer? No, I never watched it or heard of him, so no, I don't. Who's your #1 favorite gamer of all time? Like Markiplier, for example. My favorite #1 gamer is Gerard the Completionist, mainly because I'm gonna be honest, I am not a completionist. I'm a finisher, but I'm not a completionist. I mean, it takes a game a whole lot for me to 100% complete a game. But like seeing Gerard complete like so many different games, and a lot of difficult games like Super Meat Boy, Skyrim, Five Nights at Freddy's. He actually completed all 3 of them. How he was able to beat 1020 mode on the second one, I have no idea, but and he's a great YouTube user, and I'm sad to hear that Greg has left the show, but honestly, I understand the reasoning and stuff, but the show's still fun to see him complete all the games 100%. What made you join YouTube in the first place? Mainly because I wanted to make videos and entertain people. And I'm really surprised that a lot of people are subscribed to this channel, let alone to my DL345 channel. I'm really surprised, like I got over 1,000 subscribers. I know that's kind of overused to say that now, but still I can't believe you guys, or nearly 1,000 are still watching these videos. That's surprising. But I'm glad you guys enjoy them. And if you ever have any advice on how I can improve my videos, you can always feel free to comment below. I can read. I like listening to you guys. Get a whole Mullins community going on, you know? Or make a Wikipedia or something, you know? Try and make some kind of Mullins community or something, because I want to make more videos for you guys, and I also want to try and improve. So if you have any ideas for ideal shows you want me to make or something, give me some thoughts or something, you know? I'm free. Luca Dollar asked, what are your favorite TV shows and movies? I don't watch a whole lot of TV nowadays, but some of my favorite TV shows are like Doctor Who, South Park. There's a show called Backstorm, which I've been watching. It's on Fox, I believe. It's pretty interesting. What else? Whose Line Is It Anyway? Even though it's not on TV anymore, or at least I don't think it's on TV, I can't remember. But I just love improv shows. It's funny. Movies, there's a lot of movies I could list of, like Ed Wood, Nightmare Before Christmas, My Python and the Holy Grail, Hugo, The King's Speech, a lot of different movies I love. What are your favorite Thomas the Tank Engine YouTube series? It's been a while since I watched an actual YouTube series of Thomas the Tank Engine, because I've just been so busy and my internet is crap. But one of my favorites is Thomas the Bachman Model. That was one of the first I seen, and it still holds up. I still love the episodes. And Enterprise and Engines, just cause it's an amazing series, and I'm surprised the guy making it isn't like writing for the actual show, you know, because I think he makes some really good episodes. And no, it's not just cause he voices in my videos and I voice in his. It's not because of that at all. No, entirely not. What do you think of Enterprise and Engines? I love it. It's an amazing YouTube series. It's one of the best fan-made Thomas series out there, in my opinion. If you really love a show that isn't a parody at all, but focuses on making a good Thomas story that entertains a lot of people, you can bet Enterprise and Engines. It's an amazing show, and the guy making him, he's a cool guy. I need to talk to him more, but you know, I know he's busy with stuff, and I'm busy with stuff, like looking at the sky and counting the leaves that's laying on the ground and stuff. I'm busy, I swear. What do you think of Tale of the Brave? I love it. It's a great movie. I love Gator, Marilyn, and Timothy. Reg, not so much, because, well, I haven't really seen a whole lot of them aside from the Christmas special, which was actually really good, I have to say. And I'm glad we got another special that has Percy as the main character, sort of, focusing on him, trying to focus his brave, and it was a great special. I loved it. Who is your favorite Tugs character? It's been a while since I watched Tugs, but my favorite Tugs character is, I'm gonna have to say either 10 Cents, Sunshine, Soren, the #1 Z stack. It's been forever since I watched it. Then there's also Big Mickey. I have a lot of favorite characters from Tugs. It was a great series, and it's sad that the show only lasted for 13 episodes, but what can you do? Riley Murphy Films 2015 asked, do you like Super Mario Galaxy? Yes, of course I do. I prefer the second one, but the first one is still pretty good. There's one mission on it that I hate. It involves getting all these purple coins while there's a level in it where you chase or you try to race against the boo and you have to point against these stars to make you drag and stuff. It's kind of hard to explain without gameplay footage. But that purple coin comet thing was a pain to get through. What is your favorite season 1 through 7 TTH episode? TTTH. Oh, I think he probably meant like the actual series. What's my favorite series 1 through 7 Thomas and Friends episodes? My favorite episode of season 1 is The Flying Kipper. Season 2 is Duck and the Diesel trilogy. Season 3, I think I have to say with All at Sea, because that ending shot with Duck, Thomas, and Percy looking at the sunset is an amazing shot and still one of the best scenes ever. Season 4 is Gallon Engine. Season 5, Cranky Bugs. Before anyone asks how I'm getting all these right, it's because I actually have a list of my favorite episodes for each season on here, so I can instantly remember. Season 6 is I can't speak today. Twin Troubles. And season 7 is Peace and Quiet. Those are my favorite episodes from each season. What do you think of TTTEWRA? I seen a few of your videos. I seen the one where you made fun of Breaking Bad, which was actually pretty funny. I liked it. So, not too bad. It's a good starter series. I can you got some pretty good ideas for good parodies for the show, so you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Ackley Attack TV asked, have any of your friends met any celebrity in person, like an internet celebrity, movie star, Broadway actor, etc.? A few of my friends have. Like, I think one of my friends met one of the guys who starred in Walking Dead. I can't remember. Someone at work actually got to meet William Shatner at a convention, but didn't get his autograph because apparently he charges you $100 or something. It's weird. Me personally, I have never ever met a celebrity. I am sad to say, but I haven't met a celebrity yet. If you could, would you accept any once in a while writers for your Thomas comedies when you couldn't think of any ideas for one episode? Technically, I've been doing that already with the Doctor making that Retribution of George episode. The episode, The Vicar's Quest for a Seaside Trip, is actually written by me, Thomas Transformers, and Thomas Fan 101. 3 writers wrote that episode. But yeah, I wouldn't mind if people like made like fan-made Thomas comedies and submit them for an actual Thomas comedy. You know, I think that would be an okay idea to do. If you want to visit any country in the world, where would you go? Britain. Just because I love the United Kingdom. I would love to see some of the people who act like a Plunderbird and a few other people who live in the UK. I also like to go to Dragonton Manor to see some Thomas models, even though I know that exhibit isn't really doing as well as we thought it did back then. And I'm not getting sick, I swear. And also see some of the locomotives there, because I just love some of the United Kingdom locomotives. Like, well crap, I gotta pull out my Steam Locos and Profile DVD to get some of the classes. I like to see some of the 5700 locomotive tanks, the U-boats and castles and all that. I love to see some of those locomotives in person, in my opinion. Tyler Bottoms asked, why did you think it was a good idea for you to make Rusty a girl in one of your redubs? I'm however aware of the gender confusion. That's pretty much it. Just the gender confusion. I just think it would be funny. Before anyone asks why I made Rusty a girl, when the US aired Duncan and the Old Mine, the narrator, Michael Brendan, made a goof where he referred to Rusty as a girl. It's been fixed in the DVD release, and I don't think they have that in the US casting anymore. They fixed that up. I don't even know if there's an episode on YouTube that has that goof on there, but I just think that would be like a funny little hidden joke that some people might get if they know about it. I just think it's funny. Even though I probably made a voice actress kind of uncomfortable voicing as Rusty. It's bad on my part, but I think it's funny. Mom to Sam Candy Alex asked, do you like the Halloween movies and your favorite character in the Halloween movies? I never seen any of the Halloween movies, so I can't really say. Not saying they're not bad, but they're just not the type of movies I would see a whole lot. Do you like the Thomas Early Real Troll Pasta? Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest here. I kind of have like a phobia of creepypasta, mainly Jeff the Killer. Just cause they just give me nightmares. I mean, I used to delve real deep into creepypasta, but I just don't know what the heck. It's just too scary for me or something. And a lot of times, to mostly scream is like with Sonic.exe or Pikachu.exe. I know a lot of .exe or something. So I don't really know about a Thomas Early Real Troll Pasta. I don't even know what troll pasta is. Is that like a new type of creepypasta where it's similar but trollish or something? I don't know. What's your reaction to Jeff the Killer being moved to the Troll Pasta Wikia? Personally, I never ever want to see Jeff the Killer ever again. He is the scariest son of a bitch. Sorry, language. I don't even like to say that, but I'm sorry. I just have a real phobia with Jeff and anyone named Jeff. Jeff Goldblum, Jeff Gutenberg, anyone named Jeff scares me. Not really, I'm just kidding. But seriously, Jeff the Killer's scary. Pretty much the only thing that's kind of scarier than him is Golden Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh dear, if someone makes a combination of the two, I'm gonna be scared. Golden Jeff. I'm now getting nightmares already. Tyler Henderbrand asked, what was your reaction to the new SpongeBob movie? I haven't seen it yet, and I haven't watched any SpongeBob since season 5. Roughly around the time season 5 was beginning to air, that's where I started watching it. But I heard that the show, the original creator is gonna be back, and the new movie, I heard some people say it was pretty good, so I might, when it comes out on DVD, I'll probably like rent it at a Redbox or something. If there was ever a place you ever wanted to go and live around the world, what will it be? It's a tie between, cause I would like to visit Canada and the United Kingdom some point in my life, even though that seems unlikely because of my phobia of flights. But I would like to visit Vancouver, Canada, and I'm trying to think of a perfect place to visit in the UK. I was maybe Wales or the Great Western Railway, even one of those. I would probably visit, but living there, I might, if something happens, I would probably like to live there, probably retire or something. Wow, this is some early thinking for my retirement. What is your thought about the special of My Little Pony Equestria Girls Rainbow Rocks than the first one? I haven't seen either of the Equestria Girls movies, so I get the bad feeling I'm gonna make a lot of bronies mad. I do apologize. I love you! Okay, I'm gonna get this one wrong, so I do apologize for your name. Ahmed Mahamkink, I think, is, he asked, Marvel or DC? I like both companies the same, although I kind of favor Marvel a bit more, because with DC superheroes, they're more like characters that you look up to, that you want to be. But Marvel superheroes are more ones that have problems and not human. They have problems, and also they're a bit more relatable, if you can say that. I mean, not saying DC isn't bad, but there's a lot of relatable heroes I can relate to in the Marvel universe, like Iron Man, Captain America, and Spider-Man and all those. DC has some good heroes like Batman and Flash, but I prefer Marvel a bit more, and I love the movies a bit more from them. What are your thoughts on Big Hero 6 and the Lego Movie? Both of these films are amazing. I love both of them with a passion. Big Hero 6 because I love the characters in it. Hero and Baymax, they're great characters. And the film also got really dark at one point where Hero asked Baymax to kill someone, or I hope I'm not spoiling here, but I mean, it's just, it was pretty dark, but I mean, it was very emotional, especially near the ending. My goodness. In fact, this is the only film in theaters I only saw twice in theaters, believe it or not. And for the Lego Movie, same thing with Big Hero 6. I love the animation, love the humor. It was pretty funny, and the ending is also very heartfelt as well. So both films I equally love so much. The Turntable 1985 asked, do you like Train Simulator? Yes I do. I have the 2006 and 2012 edition, and they're really fun to play. The only thing I'm trying to figure out still after all this time is trying to download the Thomas Train's models into the program. I don't know how to do that. I think it has something to do with being a member on a site or something, but I can't remember. Who inspired you to make videos? A lot of different people, like for like Thomas Cummings and DTTE. A lot of it was like for Captain Punjab, Miss Awful Blossom, Spock Not or Knuckles or something. And a lot of different YouTubers of the Thomas community inspired me to make them. But like for other videos, like the Some Crowd We Made Up, Delmar Show, a lot of them mostly involves like Doug Walker and James Wolf's videos, JonTron, PBG. A lot of different YouTubers affected me to make me want to make videos as a hobby. Which episode of the news series do you think is the worst? Anything from series 13 through 16? Or do you mean like the Brenner era? I like some of the episodes. I like the episodes from the Brenner era, but if you mean like the whole new series from seasons 8 to now, seasons 13 through 16 can be easily ignored. Do you like my channel? Okay, I've seen some of your videos, mostly just like train simulator videos. Not bad, to be honest. The Creepinator, that's actually a funny name for a YouTube channel. Do you know about the Thomas and the Magic Railroad Director's Cut? Yes, I do. I actually read the Director's Cut script online, and to be fair, the actual movie of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, I think is okay. I mean, I still have some fond memories of watching it in theaters, but I mean, still, it's kind of weird, you know, kind of like a Shine Time Station film, but have Thomas' name on it. It's just a weird film now. I mean, it's not bad, but you know, it's not the best either. Would I think the director's cut would be better? Probably about maybe 10 to 20%, but that's still not a whole huge thing. Cause I'd probably give the film, as an honest look, I say, if I rated it on my Mullins grade scale, the movie I think is more like a D movie, a rated D movie or something, but with the director's cut I think it was probably like a C-, so not really that big of an upgrade. And finally, Plunderbird, a good friend of mine who voices as the sexy voice line narrator, asked, if you were the Doctor in Doctor Who, what personality and type of clothing would you be? That's a good question. Type of personality, I'm gonna say probably like the 5th Doctor. You know, try to avoid violence at all costs, and maybe not enjoy cricket, but maybe golf, probably. I will also try be, or be like a peace guy, or try to be like a guy trying not to create violence anyway, so more like the 5th Doctor. The type of clothing, I would have a tie, not a bow tie, but just a regular tie, leather jacket, the same kind of hat that I wear on the demo show. Well, maybe not a leather jacket, maybe like a trench coat. Probably have like khaki pants and a very bad grandma made shirt or something. You know, kind of like, I don't know how to really explain it, but you know, kind of like a different doctor trying to combine all the different doctors or something. But again, like bow tie, trench coat, crappy Christmas sweater or something, not Christmas later, khaki pants, those shoes that don't have like any shoelaces or anything, I forgot what they're technically called, and a golf hat or something. So I know that wouldn't really make a good doctor, but I think I could pull the look off. And those are all the questions for the Q&A video. Thank you guys so much for watching this overlong video, me answering your questions, and hope to make more videos for you guys in the future. And seeing how this is the 1,000 subscriber video and all that, over the years there's been so many people who helped me work on my videos, especially like with DTTE and Thomas Comedy. So I'd like to take a little moment to dedicate to those who helped me out over the years. And for those of you who are still working with me with Thomas Comedies, I hope you guys look forward to my weird scripts and stuff that I send to you, and hopefully I'll be back on Skype soon. I haven't been on Skype for a long while because of my internet problems. In fact, here's a note. Never get HughesNet at all. Just never get HughesNet as your internet provider. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all sometime soon, I guess. Bye-bye!